Hi, welcome to the studios at Central Washington University. I'm Rick Spencer, a producer here for Channel 15, our KCWU TV station at Central. This is our main studio, Studio A, where we incorporate and produce many studio programs, including Newswatch, a student-produced weekly news program aired live and then played back. We also put together a number of different studio programs, talk shows, current affair programs, skit programs. A couple different departments use this. The students use it with the communications department, and multimedia technology and instructional support uses it for a number of programs we produce for Channel 15 KCWU. It's outfitted with a number of different lights, backlights, fills, cyc lights for the walls and the curtains, floodlights, and we have started using fluorescent lights, which is the standard in the industry now. We're using Lowell Flow-Tech lights. 450 is the series. We currently have 6 of those in the studio with 1 on order, and we're finding that the fluorescent lights offer a very soft, even light for most of our productions. We also use a couple of ellipse lights for background special effect type of things with little gobos in them to give us patterns on the walls. We have a strand lighting board with 48 sliders on it, and this is how we patch all of our lights. We can turn them on and off and put different levels on them. We can control them individually. We can do them with a master switch and turn them all on and off. We can use a flash light or flash button here to see them turn on instantly to get a reading. All programmable. We can program in a whole setup for a certain program, call it back up from the data stored inside, and we don't have to reconfigure or assign any more lights. It's already there, pre-programmed basically. Our cameras inside the studio, we use Ikegami studio cameras on Liebeck pedestals, and each camera is outfitted with a teleprompter, which is controlled in the studio control room, which we'll see later. The students use, of course, different information boards for their programs, outfit or detailing what the program is, what the length is, the course number. So they use this in their programs. They do a couple talk shows and, like I said, the news show. And our department, we produce about 8 different shows in the studio, from talk shows, mainly talk shows, and interview shows for different departments here on campus. And for us, used quite a bit. In here is our storeroom where we store, and it's a mess. There's a lot of equipment in here, as you can imagine, but there's a number of flats. We can use this for a stage. If we want to have a riser, it's a portable setup on a rack that is on wheels, nylon wheels, but this was ordered from a company from our engineer, by our engineer, and it's you can assemble it on site anywhere you want to go. We use them here, and they can piece together for, I think there are 4 8-by-4 foot sheets that were professionally made and custom made. We have a rack here of all of our background flats. We also have store area for paint and all of that. We have a grip, basically a grip cabinet with all kinds of clamps and a grip bucket and cloth background. Sorry about that. And of course we have some more store area here. So all of our needs are taken care of in this room. We've got lights and stands and everything over here. And that's our storeroom. Very small. Love to have it bigger. Also have a grip tray. Start over here. We have a Ecolab Optima 700 switcher, which is fairly new, a couple years old. It has a couple of special effects banks. It has all the needs for our studio productions, especially the News Watch program. They're able to do box wipes and anything that the students need to do. And the students are certified on how to use the monitor. The preview monitor is black and white program, and preview appears color. And down here we have a teleprompter control station. Student sits here and controls the teleprompter to the studio. Character generator, still store if we want to bring in lower third titles on an individual, or we want to call up individual photographs. They're used here and implemented into the newscast or any program. News producer sits here and reviews the script or the anything that's going out that day as far as news stories, or wants to write a news story. Storage here of microphones and cables, so everything's easily accessible. All these floor panels lift up, so cables are accessible down below, and a lot of access room in the back, so you can see all the cables, and the engineer is able to get in here and fix things, troubleshoot, find or lay new cable, designed for that use, or that ability to be able to go in and lay new cable and or go and troubleshoot. Over here on this end we have all of our tape control decks, and camera control. We have 3/4 inch, we have DVD, we have VHS, we have another DVD recorder here. All of these are routable, so we can route to any of these sources or from these sources and use those as a source deck to the news program. These are all DVC Pro decks, routable, and this is hardlined as the program record deck. Over here is our CCUs for the camera control units for the cameras. We can access each camera individually. We can white balance them individually. We can raise the gain. We can control them, so an operator sits here on a headset, and the director can, of course, ask for the operator to raise the iris, open it up, close it up as it's needed. That's a area they say. And then here's our audio board, a Mackie audio board, 8-bus mixing console, 32 inputs, and of course all the equalization a person would ever need, and all routable here. And so that's the control room. Very basic, but a lot of nice things in here that a person can use and learn to use through our university here. The studio, much